Okay, we're doing homework 2.4, linear inequalities and problem solving. So what do we have here? Graph the solution set of the inequality on number line and then write it in interval notation. Okay, so we have x is less than -1. One second. Yeah. So what do we have? Meaning we have set of x where we have condition for this x is less than -1, and we need to show in the graphing notation. So let me explain to you. So graphing notation. Where is it here? This is my graphing line. Numbers are growing from negative to positive. Okay, so here we have negative infinity. Somewhere here we have 0 and positive infinity. So, and numbers always grow from left to right. It's very important to remember. Later on, now you understand why. So x is less than -1. Let's say this is our -1. So less than is gonna be this way, right? Correct? But, so the meaning this is gonna be less than 1, -1. And there is interesting thing here that we have less than, there is no sign equal. So how to differentiate on the graph? So for less, I put parentheses. If you have, oops. So if we have equal sign missing, we always use parentheses. Okay? So for less than or greater than, for greater than, I would use parentheses like this way because it would go greater than. All right? Now, if I would have, this is greater than. If I would have less equal, then my graphing notation gonna go square bracket. Square bracket meaning equal sign included. If I have greater equal, then my square bracket looks like that. And let me show less also, less since I showed all inequality sign. So if I have less than, there we go. And that's what we have, less than. All right? And I make it with red color so you will see. Okay, but if I want to write down in the form of notation, it's going to be first coming negative infinity and second comes -1 parentheses. Okay, let me try write down this way: -1, -1, -1, -1. Now let me explain this notation. First of all, infinity, be it negative infinity, be it positive infinity, we always put in parentheses because infinity cannot be included. It's endless, right? Now, a -1, it can be included in parentheses or it can be included in square brackets. In this case, equal sign is missing. That's why we put in parentheses. Now, similar one we have right here, where I can put negative infinity and -1 square brackets, which means -1 included. Okay, now this is this one, this is this one. Now if I write down this one, greater than -1, so it's gonna start, I will draw the graph. So if this is my, let's say, -1, and I have greater than, so I put parentheses this way, and greater than comes this way, right? This is going to be greater than -1. And I will write down, the notation will be -1, positive infinity. Now, if you wonder why in this case a positive infinity on the second position and negative infinity here I put in first position, remember numbers are growing from left to right. This is why. Okay? From left to right. Now, third one, less equal negative infinity. If I draw this graph, let's say my negative infinity here, less equal, so I put square brackets and less equal go towards negative. Although arrow shows to the left, but when you write, it's numbers are growing from left to right, so it's negative infinity to -1. Okay? There we go. And the last one, greater equal. So let me draw the graph. Oops, 1 second. Let me draw the graph. Okay, I have -1 and greater than. And it's going to be written in the format of -1 square brackets, okay, -1 comma positive infinity. All right, okay, so this is going to be our answer for the first question. So let me see which one it is. Parentheses this way. Okay. Good job. Next question. Now type the solution in interval notation. All right, that's exactly what we were talking about. To write in interval notation, it is going to be parentheses. Here are parentheses. So first we put negative infinity, right? No. So, oops. Negative infinity, comma, till -1, right? -1. Since equal sign is missing, we put also parentheses. Okay. Nice work. Next one, what do we have? Greater equal 0.8. So 0.8 and greater equal, meaning arrow goes to the left and it's going to be square bracket, right? Because equal sign is missing. So looking for square bracket and arrow goes to the right. I'm sorry, did I say to the left? No, to the right, because it's greater equal. Looks like it's going to be D. See, square bracket, equal sign is there. All right, so let's check. Good job. It's good. Now the solution is going to be, because it's starting from 0.8 and goes to positive infinity and its equal sign is included. So we put square bracket 0.8 comma and positive infinity. Infinity always gonna be parentheses because, like I said, it doesn't have end. Cannot be infinity be included. All right? Next one. So -22 less equal x. This is interesting one. I want to show you. So negative 22 less equal x. That means x is greater equal negative 22. Your x has to be on the left side so you can properly write the inequality and the graphing. Let's say, for example, if I put 5 is less than 6, right? That means 6 is greater than 5, correct? The same way. So when you switch positions, then you change the sign also. So x is greater equal negative 22. Let's go back. So equal, that means it's going to be a square bracket and goes towards greater. So it's going to be C, right? Okay. Checking. Very good. And we are writing square brackets, negative 0.22. 22, comma, positive infinity, parentheses. What did I do wrong? X is, 22. Okay, not negative 22, sorry. Okay. Number 4, it's between, and see equal sign is missing on both sides, so it's between negative 1 and 8, which means on both sides we have to see parentheses. So which one it looks like? It's definitely not C because it's going one way, greater than negative 1. We need in between and in parentheses, that's going to be B. Parentheses. If it would be equal sign on both sides, then it would be A. So we are going to write down in this form. It's going to be, let me see, parentheses, negative 1, negative 1, comma, positive 8, parentheses. Next question. X is, now this is, x is greater equal 7, but greater than negative 2. Let me write down. No, only less. Negative 2. Let me double check. Yes. So what does that mean? So first piece is 7 greater equal x, which means x is less equal 7, right? Second one, x is less than negative 2, right? Okay, x is less than 7. And x is, I think, it's both sides going less, so let me see. Oh, greater than, okay. Sorry. Greater than. Okay. So it's going to be between greater negative 2, less than 7. Let's find it. And it's going to be on one side, on the side of 7, going to be square bracket. On the side of negative 2, it's going to be parentheses. Negative 2 parentheses, 7 less than 7, square bracket. So it's going to be D. Be careful. See how many confusing answers here. Okay. And notation is going to be greater than negative 2, it's going to be through parentheses, because negative 2 is not included. Negative 2, comma, and positive 7, and square brackets in this case, because it's included. Okay, question number 7. What do we need to do? Solve the following inequality. Now we are going to solve inequality. Write the solution set using interval notation. All right. Let me solve it first. How are we going to solve inequality? We're going to solve exactly the same way as we solve equation, but there is one trick I will tell you when we face it. 6 minus 9x minus 6 greater or equal negative 10, x plus 1, and minus 2. So 6, since I have negative sign here in front of parentheses, so it's going to flip every sign, meaning negative 1 times parentheses. So it's going to be negative 9x, and it's going to be positive 6. Greater or equal, it's going to be negative 10x minus 10 and minus 2. So the negative 9x, negative 10x, so I'm moving on this side, plus 10x, right? And moving this 6 and, okay, negative 6, moving on the other side, going to be negative, negative. Remember, I told you, you are solving as as equation. So I'm getting 1x greater or equal negative 12, negative 22, negative 24, greater than negative 24, which means the answer is going to be negative 24, positive infinity. Yes? Okay, let's write down. Square bracket, negative 24, comma, positive infinity, and parentheses. Okay, question number 7. Let me take a picture of it so we can work out. One second, all right. So, sorry about that, I turned off Twitter so it won't keep coming on my account. So we have 6 over 7x minus 1 over 6 less equal 11 over 14, x minus 6 over 7. All right, so we need to bring to common denominator the same way, bringing to common denominator and dropping. So we have 7, 6, and 14. What is going to be? 14, I think it's 14 times 3, it's 42. I think it's going to be 42. Yeah, 42, which means to get 42, this multiplying by 6, this multiplying by 7, this multiplying by 3, and this multiplying by 6. So, 42, 42, 42, 42. Dropping out a window, 36x minus 7 less equal 33x minus 36. Right? So let's move 33x on this side. minus 33x, right? Less equal. Negative 7 moving on this side will be positive 7 minus 36. So 36x minus 33 is 3x less equal negative 29. And the answer is going to be x is less equal than negative 29 over 3. So the answer is going to be negative infinity, negative 29 over 3 square brackets. Let's put, so parentheses, it's going to be negative infinity, comma, negative 29 forward slash, how much was that? 29 over 3, okay. I didn't put parentheses, sorry. Square bracket, rather saying, yeah, square bracket. Okay, forgot. All right, question number 8. Let's solve this one real quick. So 1/2 3x minus 7 less equal 3/4 x minus 1 plus 7. Okay, so it's going to be, first I do multiplication. 1/2 times 3x minus 7, it's going to be 3x minus 7 over 2 less equal 3 times x minus 1 over 4 and plus 7. So 2 and 4, common denominator is 4, which means first fraction we multiply by 2 to get 4, right? Second fraction we don't need to multiply because we have 4. And the third one, because denominator is 1, we have to multiply by 4. And again, 4, 4, 4, and we have twice 3x minus 7 less equal 3 times x minus 1 plus 28. So let's multiply 6x minus 14 less equal 3x minus 3 plus 28. Okay, moving 3x to where 6x is, and then positive 14 moving here, minus 3 plus 28. 3x is less equal 14 minus 3, 11, 28 plus 11, 39. And dividing by 3, and we get x is less equal 13. Okay, less equal 13, meaning we're gonna put less equal from negative infinity till 13. Positive, right? 13 was, yeah, positive 13. Okay. See? Okay. Negative infinity, comma, infinity, comma, 13. We have equal sign, so it's gonna be this. Number 9. Let me take a picture so we can solve it. Negative x plus 2 over 2 minus 7 minus 7x over 8 less than negative 7. So 2 and 8, common denominator is 8, meaning this one we multiply by 4. This second fraction we don't touch because we have 8, and here divide by 8 times 8. Okay, we already know what to do. 4 times negative x plus 2 minus 7 minus 7x. See, in front of parentheses I see, in front of fraction I see negative, so I put in parentheses because negative sign in front of fraction we treat as a negative sign in front of parentheses. Okay, less than negative 56. So multiplying negative 4x plus 8 minus 7 plus 7x, right? Less than negative 56. So negative 4x plus 7x is 3x, right? 8 minus 7 is 1, less than negative 56. From here, 3x is less than negative 57. So dividing by 3, and x is less than negative 57 over 3. It's supposed to be 19, 27, yes, 19, negative 19. X is less than negative 19, which means if it's less than negative infinity and negative 19, both parentheses. Okay. Negative infinity, negative 19. Okay. Question number 10. X plus 5 over 18 plus x minus 7 over 10 less than 2/3. So what do we have? 18, 10, and 3. So it must be a number that ends with 0, because only number ends with 0 we can divide by 10, right? For common denominator. So let me see. If I multiply 18 by 5, it's going to be 0. 45 and 90. Okay, 19 you can divide by 18, by 10, and by 3. All right, so multiplying by 5. Multiplying by 5. If anybody is having hard time how to find common denominator, I have a video how to find common denominator. It's unusual way to find denominator. You don't build all these three. It's much easier way. I'll put under this video in the comments, and I will pin it, so whoever is interested can go and watch it. Okay. Okay, here we multiply by 9, and here multiply by 30. Okay, dropping, and we are getting 5 times x plus 5 plus 9 times x minus 7 less than 60. Okay, 5x plus 25 plus 9x minus 63 less than 60. 5x and 9x, it's going to be 14x. And then 25 minus 63, it's going to be 38. Right? 13 minus 5, 8. 5 minus 3, yes. Less than 60. So 14x is less than, this moving here, 60 plus 38. 14x less than 98. How many times is going to be 98 divided by 14? It looks like it's not going to be a whole number. Let me reduce this way. 98 over 14 by 2. It's going to be 49. Right? By 2, it's going to be 7. Oh, 7 times. Okay, very good. Less than 7, negative infinity, and 7 also parentheses. Parentheses, negative infinity, comma, 7. Okay, well, this is already easy. I think you can solve it. Number 11. Number 12 is also easy. You can do it. 13. We solve more the difficult ones. Let me do number 14. 7 over 8. Let me see. I'll take a picture of it. Seven over 8x less equal negative 8. So what do we do here? We need to divide by 7 over 8. This will be gone. Now, negative 8, I am dividing by 7 over 8. Remember a division by fraction? We flip the second fraction, which means this one, and we do multiplication, meaning negative 8 times 8 over 7. Okay? And it's going to be negative 64 over 7. So from here, x is less equal negative 64 over 7. Right? It's going to be negative infinity, negative 64 over 7, square brackets. Where is it? 64. It's going to go towards less then, right? 64 over 7, how much it's going to be? 9 and 1 over 7, right? And square bracket, so it's going to be b, definitely. Okay. Fantastic. Number 15, you already can do it. Number 14. Yeah. I want to explain one thing. I kept waiting until what is it? Oh, they want us to put, okay, we'll put that. Negative infinity, comma, negative 64 over 7, square brackets. It was 64 over 7, right? Yeah. All right. So number 15, this one, finally. I was going already to explain. Negative 6x greater or equal 36. Let me solve this one. Negative 6x greater or equal 36. Remember carefully, every time in the case of inequality, when you divide by negative number, it's going to flip your sign also. So we are getting x is less equal negative 6. Okay? It's different story if I have 7x, let's say, less equal negative 49. Dividing by 7, divided by 7. You don't care here on negative. But you do care if you have divide by negative. So x is less equal negative 6. less equal, so it's going to be square bracket and going to the left. There we go. And notation. Negative infinity, comma, negative 6. Equal sign is present, we put square brackets. Very good. How many questions we have? 2 more. Let me see. Number 16. Okay, the same way when we have here, we divide by negative 1, right? So it's going to be x is less than positive 7. Because divide by negative 1, you get positive x. Sign will flip, less than. And negative 7 by negative 1, less than positive 7. Okay, so we are getting parentheses, negative infinity, comma, positive 7, parentheses, because equal sign is missing. All right. This was number 16, and we have the last question. Okay, same way. So dividing by negative 9, it's going to be x is greater or equal than 0.5, negative 0.5. Let me write down. Okay, dividing by negative 9, it's going to flip. So my x is going to be greater or equal 0.5, because I have 4.5. So in the form of notation, square bracket, 0.5 and positive infinity. Okay? Square bracket, 0.5, comma, and positive infinity, parentheses. What is wrong? Came as a comma. All right. Okay. What is happening? What did we do this time? Negative 0.5. Negative 0.5. Did we put here positive here also? Yeah. Negative, positive by negative, negative. Okay. All right. Third attempt, last attempt. Okay. See you in next video.